Hey guys, what is up? FireSammy93 here. I have some very exciting news today. Ivan Provorov has signed to a 6-year, $6.75 million deal, a 40.5 through all 6 years. This is a great deal for the Flyers, and I am going to get into that in a minute. But before I talk about my opinion, I just want to say a few things about Provorov and about the offseason. So this was a very busy offseason in the months of June and a little bit in July, and then it was kind of quiet for a while. And around after the signings of Lawton and Sanheim, there wasn't much besides bringing back Elliott, and there was a few other things. We did talk about that on the podcast, and so the next two things that the Flyers had to do were sign Provorov and Konechny. They had around $13 million in cap space, so this now leaves them with about 6.6 left for Konechny. Provorov is not going to miss camp now since camp starts tomorrow, Friday the 13th. So these last few years for Provorov, he's played good. He did have an off year last year, but I'll get to that in a minute. So his average time of ice time through these last 3 years of his career, in the 2016-17 season, he had 21 minutes, 59 seconds, so around 22 minutes. And he was -7. Remember, the team was not good. 17-18, he came back and made the playoffs. His ice time went up to 24.09, and he was a +17. 18-19, team was not as good. He was even worse with a -16, but had 25 minutes and 7 seconds of ice time. So his ice time goes up, and his plus-minus is better when the team makes the playoffs because all the defense is better. You bring in guys now like Niskanen and Braun. You have Phil Myers, who I think can make the team out of camp. You bring in these guys, everyone is going to play better. The goaltending has gotten better. Everything has gotten better. Provorov, this can be shown as a steal in the next few years. I'd say next 2 years if Provorov can have a bounce back year this year, and if the Flyers can have a bounce back year. I think it's a very solid contract. It's only 1.25 over my contract idea, which is what I said on the podcast, which was 5 years, 5.5 at 27.5. This is a good deal for the Flyers, and if now they have Provorov done, if they're able to get Konechny done, I'd rather have him sooner than later. I would like him to get maybe a day or two of camp in, which is most likely not going to happen, but you never know. So I'm happy that Fletcher did get this done. It's good money amount for the team. It's not an overpay. It's a little bit over what I expected, but I am completely fine with it. It's not a horrible deal, and I honestly do think it is a good deal for this team. So I'm really excited to see what happens in these next few weeks. We got camp this weekend. We got the preseason on Monday. I'm just so excited for this team. Make sure you go check out the first episode of the podcast that is on my YouTube. It's also on TTP Sports YouTube as well. It's going to be up on all other platforms in a few days. I will let you guys know more about that in these next few days. But I'm really excited for this team this year. I know I've said that a lot. I can't control my excitement. But this is a great deal for the Flyers, and I will see you guys in the next one.